Timothy Ferriss, Tribe of Mentors, Short Life Advice from the Best in the World. Welcome to the world of insights from some of the most successful and influential people of our time. In Tribe of Mentors, Tim Ferriss delves into how these high achievers navigate the challenges of life and work, and how they use those experiences to develop their own brand of success. Discover the books that shaped their lives, the importance of learning from failures, and the various ways in which they invest in themselves. Find out what strategies mentors employ for self-improvement, coping with problems related to success, and building their careers. Embrace the array of advice shared between these driven individuals and learn about the worst advice they've encountered.
The Power of Reading for Success. In this book summary, the author explores the habits of successful people by interviewing renowned leaders and mentors. Surprisingly, books are at the top of the list for many successful individuals. Personal or spiritual guidance is what mentors seek, while informational books are what leaders crave. The books that inspired these successful people range from classics like The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins to children's books like The Monster at the End of the Book by John Stone. The insights gained from reading have transformed not only their personal lives but also their professional ones. The power of reading can be transformational and can pave the way for success. Embracing failure. Failure is an essential part of the journey toward success. Rather than feeling defeated by setbacks, individuals can use them as opportunities to learn and grow. The experiences of successful figures like Rick Rubin, Stephen Pressfield, Leo Babauta, and the Beastie Boys show that failure can inspire positive change and artistic freedom. By acknowledging and learning from failures, individuals can overcome their fear of failure and push themselves towards innovation and growth. Investing in yourself and others. Investing in oneself and others can take many forms beyond Wall Street. Entrepreneurs Kevin Kelly and Arianna Huffington invested in themselves by taking risks and stepping back to prioritize their well-being. Mentor Jason Fried found fulfillment by investing in friends, while therapist Esther Perel invested in herself by learning 9 languages. Finally, meditation is a tool that many successful people use to sharpen focus and overcome challenges. Tips for self-improvement. Discover the secrets to effective self-improvement according to successful individuals, including building a supportive community, prioritizing essential activities, and adjusting one's outlook on obstacles. The desire for personal development is universal, but the approach to achieving it varies widely. In Tools of Titans, the author explores the self-improvement methods used by successful individuals to transform their lives. Building a supportive community is one effective strategy, as evidenced by the experiences of music mogul Rick Rubin and journalist Neil Strauss, who found motivation and excitement in working out with friends. On the other hand, reducing workout schedules works well for Jason Fried, who realized that too much exercise was hindering his overall health. Dr. Brené Brown highlights the importance of prioritizing quality sleep for optimal well-being. Successful tech entrepreneur Kevin Kelly prioritizes delegation to focus only on valuable projects. A vital secret to effective self-improvement is adopting a new perspective. Professor of Physics and Astronomy Jana Levin emphasizes the need to approach obstacles calmly to learn and improve continually. Bear Grylls, a beloved adventurer, encourages individuals to live in the moment and embrace life's trials, whether luxurious or challenging. By learning from these inspiring individuals, one can discover the most effective self-improvement tactics and satisfy their desire to develop themselves. Techniques for dealing with success. The more successful you become, the more problems you'll face. So, what are some techniques to deal with these difficulties? Many successful people suggest the need to reset and recenter yourself regularly. Some prefer taking walks in new surroundings or forest bathing, while others recommend taking naps or practicing gratitude. Saying no is also an important skill to have when you are stretched thin. Successful people have people in their lives who help them decline invitations, or they ask themselves if they are only thinking about saying yes out of fear or guilt. However, Sometimes saying yes to new opportunities can lead to life's many surprises. Career advice from successful mentors. A collection of nuggets of wisdom from mentors on starting out in one's career. What advice would mentors give someone starting out in their career? The author asked this question and received a variety of responses. Gary Vaynerchuk suggests that people should focus on the present rather than obsessing over the future. Rather than being paralyzed by uncertainty, Zen Habits blogger Leo Babauta suggests using it to fuel one's motivation and determination. On the other hand, some mentors advocate for following one's passion. Veronica Belmont suggests that pursuing one's passion before obtaining a job shows ambition, while Tony Hawk believes that true success comes from loving one's life. On the other hand, Kevin Kelly advises people to devote time to mastering skills related to their passion so that they can have their choice of jobs. For those who don't know what their passion is, Yuval Noah Harari warns of the fast-changing nature of the world. However, he also recommends developing emotional intelligence and resilience to stay strong in an uncertain future. Finally, Maria Sharapova reminds us that good manners are important, regardless of one's success. By following these pieces of advice, one can start off on the right foot in their career. Beware of these common misleading advice from successful mentors. Discover why some commonly touted advice from successful mentors are not always as helpful as they seem. Ed Cohn warns against blindly following new and trendy techniques, while Mark Bell advocates for working within your abilities and not overdoing it. Hollywood screenwriter Steven Pressfield advises creatives to focus on their craft rather than building a social media presence. Meanwhile, Lewis Cantley believes in the power of collaboration and sharing findings. Lastly, Ray Dalio cautions against following the market blindly and not overpaying. According to Scott Belsky, industry outsiders hold the key to revolutionizing established industries. Advice from successful mentors. Successful mentors share valuable advice on how to make a positive impact and overcome challenges. Mark Benioff urges individuals to help their local public schools. Sam Harris advises people to be more reasonable in their dealings with others. Ray Dalio and Scott Belsky encourage keeping an open mind and seeking out new opportunities. Finally, Maria Sharapova reminds us to be our unique selves and not define ourselves by the opinions of others, and to become mentors to the next generation. These tips remind us to impact the world positively, stay open to opportunities, and always be true to ourselves.
To sum up, Tribe of Mentors uncovers the secrets to success from an impressive lineup of leaders and high achievers. The lessons imparted in this book include the importance of reading, learning from failure, the significance of investing in oneself and others, prioritizing self-improvement, finding ways to recenter and cope with life stresses, and choosing the right career path. Additionally, the mentors stress the significance of treating others well, staying open-minded, and embracing one's uniqueness. Taking these lessons to heart can greatly contribute to personal growth, satisfaction, and the attainment of success.